Hey, this is Bill Wynne with Auvoria Prime. I'm the COO, and as you know, we've been interviewing different customers. And today I'm privileged to be with a gentleman who has a fantastic account with Flash as well as Kraitos. And today I've got him with us for a little bit of time to see what we can learn from his wisdom. And so here I am here with Mats, and Mats is in Sweden. Mats, thanks so much. I know you actually run your own food distribution company. So thanks for taking time out to be with us here today and help other customers.
Of course, it's a pleasure to be here, and I mean, I like the products, so there's no big deal. It's a privilege.
Great.
It's a privilege.
So exactly how long have you been with Auvoria Prime?
To be exact and specific, I think it is 3 years and 2 months, I think.
Okay, wow. So that's been quite some time. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Really happy. We've been around a long time. Some of the other people that we've interviewed, have been here from the beginning. Some of them not so long. But everyone really comments that in our space, a lot of companies come and go, and we've seen, 4 or 5 different, we thought would be real companies. And of course, we've seen a whole bunch of Ponzi schemes. But yeah, so I know that you use Flash as well as other products. But go ahead, as far as Flash, what has your experience been with it?
It's the software that I have used for the longest period of time. So I started it on the 27th of February 2022. So it is 2 years and 1 month yesterday. It has been a really interesting run and time with it, because for the first 6-7 months, it was really slow, and it was I wasn't in profit. It was a little profit, but it didn't cover the monthly subscription for the first, I think, 6-7 months.
Wow.
And then I did a few things. If I remember right, it's more than 1.5 years ago. But if I remember right, I started with 2 currency pairs, and then I added 2 more. If I remember right, that was the only change I did. And then it started moving up for every month. It went from, I think it was 3.5-4% up to 20 in October 2022. But then it went down, and since that it had 3 months with really high return on profits. But then we came into 2023, and it has been extremely stable. It has gone between 4.5 and 10 every month. Really stable all the time during all 2023. And the start of 2024 has been the same. Really stable at a high level. I mean, I have an average return per month that is 6.9 for 25 months.
Wow. Almost
that's
7%
crazy.
For 2 years.
It's crazy. It's not 3 months. It's not 6 months. It's not even 1.5 years. It's 2 years and 1 month, and 6.9% in average every month. So it's really stable. It's fantastic. If I don't show my FX book, I always show my FX book link, of course, because if I only tell them, they don't believe me. I mean, 445 or something like that for 25 months, after 25 months. And so consistency pays.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are happy even just with, I tell the story, my neighbor, he gets 4.5% in a money market yearly.
Yearly.
Yearly. And my brother-in-law, who is a high up executive with Verizon, he gets 3% yearly. And here you're pushing 7% monthly. It does. It seems almost like it's not real. And because the world is so full of scams, I think some people, just like you said, if you didn't show them the MyFX book, which, our CFTC attorney said is the most reliable way to validate an account, people wouldn't believe it. And I know that I actually started using Flash after seeing your account.
I mean, the good thing with MyFX book, it's not only that you show the total average, the total turnover or the total profits. You can also dive into the statistics and go into month per month per month, and you can go into the currency pairs and show all the details. And that is the good thing with I mean, 25 months don't lie. I mean, numbers don't lie over so long period of time. So that's fantastic, and it's a really good tool to use. That is true, and it's serious, and it's real.
I can only imagine how you felt when you had that first 20% month. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure. Did you have to get your wife and say, "Hey, look at this"?
Time to bring some champagne. So, yeah. Of course, I saw that, but over the time, I'm not that kind of customer or trader who looks every day, or not even. Sometimes it can take a week or two sometimes. So, of course, I have it in my phone, but yeah, not every hour like many people do.
That is a great point that I'd like to bring up, and it's a weakness of mine. Is that I will look at Flash. I took the settings that you had sent me, and I put them in the software, and it's done very good. I'm very happy with it. But my weakness is if I see $20, $30 profit, I close it.
Okay.
And I say, well, it's better to have that money in my wallet than to have the market reverse and lose it. But what I've realized now, and I've seen it over and over, I will take that profit, but the market will keep going, and I could have had $100 of profit instead of 20.
Yeah.
So you don't check it every day, so sometimes because you're busy running your company, you just let it go and then you check it.
Of course, a few times I've closed some trades manually, but in Flash, I let the software do its work. I also do that in Kraitos and Gearbox most of the time, but definitely in Flash, because it has been so stable without me go into and touch things. So it works so good without my fingers. So it's perfect. I mean, the whole concept is perfect for me, because I have, as you mentioned, I have my own company, and I run a food business full time, more than full time sometimes. Now it's Easter; it's a big food weekend or holiday. So that's why it's so perfect with this softwares who do the work while I do my other business. So
that's great. So you mentioned Kraitos. So you do use other software. What has your experience been with Kraitos?
Also very stable. If I remember it in the dates, it came into our platform in January 2023, if I remember. And I started my Kraitos, I think it was on the 6th of February. So I was just a week or two after we got it into the AP platform. It has been the same as Flash. It has been extremely stable, but on a little lower level. I think I have after 1 year or 13 months, 4.6% per month, which is fantastic. I mean, it's as an average monthly,
and per year.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think I had 78, 79% since it started. I mean, what do you get from the bank, and what do you get from the stock market? When I have my Swedish presentations about the softwares, I often compare the Swedish stock market against our products, and it often I took all my softwares, Flash, Kraitos X, and Gearbox, and took the results from November to January. And the stock market in Sweden had a really good year, 2023. I think it was 17.6%, which is really good for the stock market. And my 4 softwares had 17.4, but that was for 3 months compared to the stock market who has it in a year. So it's fantastic. And when you see that, and just put it on the screen and don't say so much. You just let the numbers, and it's year, 3 months. So people say, wow.
So, as you say this and you're having consistently good results, so if there were like the top 3 things that you would recommend to listeners, so let's say they say, hey, I want to get Flash, I want to put Flash on a chart, I want to see it work. Of course, we're going to put your MyFX book, when this is done, we're going to get the video editors to put so they can see it.
Yeah.
They'll put up these things. But what if you had 3 or more, if you think, what are the top mistakes that you see people make that you would want to warn people to avoid when using the software?
The first thing is most people think it is a get rich quick. You have to be consistent. You have to let it run for at least 6 months. But I recommend at least a year before you get into the numbers. Don't rush things. Let the software run. Let it be, and don't get scared if 1 or 2 months has a minus result, because over time we have seen the stability in the products. So let them run for a long time before you start analyze it too much. That's the first thing. The other thing, don't touch it. Let the software do the work. That's the other thing. That's the second thing. And the third thing, it's better to start with a low amount and feel safe and sleep well and better do some monthly funds into it. Maybe start with, I started my Flash with, if I remember it right, with $2,000. I've had the opportunity to put some more money in it. I have done it, but not so many times. And today I think I have around $13,000 in it, because it's fantastic, and it's only continue and continue. The compounding effect. That's the fourth thing to bring to the table. It's so important with the compounding effect, because let it run for a long time and don't withdraw money too fast, because the compounding effect is so huge. It's so fantastic.
I was going to say, those are really good points. I'm guilty of touching it. And so
I think many people do, and I also think people they want so quick results.
Right.
There are so many strange concepts out there promising 2-3% per day and so on. So, and people see that and they say only 7% per month.
Right.
So I think that's really important. One of the things that I have been most surprised of since I started with trading business is that when you talk to people, when they talk about real estate, they talk about 15, 20, 25 years to pay off. And if you talk about the stock market, they have patience for 10, 15 years. But when it comes to trading, if it's not profitable after a month, they say, this is not good. It is so strange. It's one of the strangest things I've ever heard. Because why do you have this extremely patient with real estate and with stocks and I mean, this is the same kind of investment. I mean, of course it's trading, but it's more liquidity, is that the word? Yeah. It moves much faster, of course, but if you have the patience to let it run, it is definitely, in what I've seen in these 3 years, more stable than the stock market.
I can see that your years of business and success, you really share a lot of wisdom here. It's great. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah.
So I guess the last question I really wanted to ask, Auvoria Prime operates as a network marketing company. I do believe Auvoria Prime is a lot different. There's not a lot of hype and smoke and mirrors and all of that. If someone listening wanted to join Auvoria Prime, of course, use the software clearly, but as far as the opportunity to share, we have a customer program, refer 3 customers, essentially get your software free. And then we go beyond that. If someone wanted to create a little side business, or some people I know go full time, I would like to hear what you have to say about that side of Auvoria Prime.
I have been in network marketing for many years. I started my first network marketing in 2004, I think. Not even close to trading. It was Japanese magnet products, health products, really good products. But so I've been in the market for a long time. I have never done it full time. Before I had my own business, I was working as a sales manager and business area manager and so on. But I had my network marketing beside, and so even now. But I call myself a pro, even if I don't do it full time. I have seen a lot of companies during the years. I have not worked with so many. Many people I meet, they talk about they have been in 15, 20 companies. I think Auvoria Prime is my 4th for 20 years. That I've done in a really serious way. So and put all my effort in. And what I like is the compensation plan is huge. It's fantastic, but it's also very easy to understand. And we don't, or Auvoria Prime don't promise. If you get a presentation from a company and they say, we pay you in 18 different ways, then I get suspicious directly, because why? I mean, we have 4 ways to earn, and that is more than enough. It's so, and we have this structure with two organizations in one, so to say. The structure with 2 legs, easy to understand, easy to explain, and it's very powerful, because you don't need, compared to many other network marketing companies, we don't need so many customers to get a decent payment. So I like the compensation plan very much, and I like the transparency in the compensation plan, in the affiliate structure, and in the company as well. I mean, everything is very transparent, and the support is very transparent when you ask things. So yeah, I like it. I like it very much. So.
I really appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you, Mats, because I know, like you said, you've been around for a long time. You're a successful business owner. And that's exactly, Auvoria Prime was started with that, to do things the right way. to make sure there was transparency, to make sure things were done as a company should be run,
Yeah.
not as a fly-by-night network marketing company, or worse yet, a Ponzi scheme.
Mm.
I really appreciate that. Well, I know you're a real busy guy, and I didn't even think of that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize Easter coming. You're probably extra busy.
No. It's. I have the time. So it's okay. Yeah. We appreciate the also the close gap to the company management. I mean, you and Matt Ward and I mean, many companies you have to write an email and it takes 2 weeks before you get. I mean, if you even get an answer, here is really short ways. It's a tight organization. It's a tight. So I like that very much, and the closeness to the developers. I mean, every month we have these webinars. We can ask questions directly to the developers. That's fantastic. So yeah, there are many good things to say about the company. So I mean, every company has their challenges, and there are no perfect companies in the world. I don't think even Coca-Cola is perfect, even if Warren Buffett owns 9% of it. So I think they have their challenges, we have our challenges. But yeah, I feel that the company also listened to the affiliates, we who work on a daily basis with it. And, I mean, we meet the customers every day, and I feel that the company is taking what we ask for in a serious way. So that's good. It's really good.
Yeah, those are really great. And it means a lot to me, because you're absolutely right. That's the way that we've always sought to run the company. And while there have been bumps and bruises along the way,
Yeah.
we do plan on, continuing to go upward and not repeat former mistakes. So thank you so much for your time, Mats. It
Thanks.
really means a lot. I'm sure it means a lot to our customers and people that are looking at Auvoria Prime and wondering if they should try the software.
My pleasure. And thanks for all the work you put into the softwares and the affiliates part of it. So
Great. Thanks so much.